From Feature Story News in San Francisco, I'm Ira Spitzer. The U.S. says it will resume intelligence sharing with Ukraine after Kyiv agrees to an immediate 30-day ceasefire. The Canadian province of Ontario walks back a threat to charge 25% tariffs on electricity exports to the U.S. And the Trump administration says the app that used to be used by migrants to enter the U.S. legally will now be used for so-called self-deportation.
Brought to you by Triangle Access Broadcasting. Here's a look at the weather in the Oak 93.5 listening area. For tonight, you can expect clear skies, mild temps, lows in the upper 40s. Sunny and warm for your Wednesday. A really nice day, highs in the upper 70s. Wednesday night will be clear with a low around 50. Variably cloudy on your Thursday. We're back into the mid-70s. Any clouds left over clear out Thursday night, low around 50. And for your Friday, lots of sunshine with highs in the upper 70s. Keep it here on Oak 93.5. I'm Nowcast meteorologist Christopher Cawley.
Steer you bad like Mike in the 80s, beat your like Mike in the 80s. I'm the man, not a might or maybe touch my fam, I'm psycho crazy. These guys wanna stun on me, baby. They don't understand I'm a stunner like baby. I stunt like the baby and stunner for Vegas. Stunt like little baby and gunner. You crazy. You brought 2 of your rounds under 200 pounds. You amused by clowns. You abuse your crown. Man, you sing for applause. Only think of your dogs. Give all your money to malls. Man, you think it too small. Think larger.
Think big. 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 Think big.
Like a band-aid, I'm back in the cut. Like a kid with detention, I'm acting up. Get a that in aqueducts. You a waste man, hang off the back of trucks. And I make sure the back filled up. You would think that I hunt cause I drag them bucks. And y'all just yap too much. I'm just crushing my ghost like a magnum. And I am a decent man. Sacrifices I made just to eat some lamb. And I am a peaceful man, but I'll bang on your door like the pizza man. Y'all think it too light of a I light up a split, then I light up a new. Light up your life, I'm a light to these women. Light up the cause it's like load. You brought 2 of your rounds under 200 pounds. You amused by clowns. You abuse your crown. Man, you sing for applause. Only think of your dogs. Give all your money to malls. Man, you think it too small. Think larger.
Think big. 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 Think big.
All about my chips, Fritos. Want my money, get a stitch. Lilo, cheese, Cheetos, shots, free throws. We can go eye for an eye, peephole. You know I'm flyer than a seagull. You know I'm ball like C4. What you hating on little old me for? Try and catch your vibe, got green like she go. Lock on my heart and it's all in the safe. Facebook decline, please get out of my space. Don't care if you're NASA or unit or Grasser. If your name with Patrick, I'm closing my case. Yeah, that went over your head. The type of that'll trade over bread. Neck ice shoulda came with a sled. Shorty soaking, got to sink in the bed.
You brought 2 of your rounds under 200 pounds. You amused by clowns. You abuse your crown. Man, you sing for applause. Only think of your dogs. Give all your money to malls. Man, you think it too small. Think larger.
Think big. 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 Think big.
Okay. Hey, everybody. It is your girl, TyraLen, and welcome to TyraLen Tunes In right here on Oak 93.5 and RDU Live platform. Shout out to everyone who's listening. We came straight in today with Think Larger. I have Deuce Tyrell in the building. Hi, Deuce.
Oh,
How you doing?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I get into this, I want everyone to know this is a call-in show. So whether you're a fan of the platform, you're a fan of the artist we have today, and a friend of the family, make sure you call us at 919-899-9305. Deuce, you live over there
Yeah.
on your platform?
Yeah, I'm live.
Tell them to call you. Tell them to
Yeah,
talk to you.
call up. Go ahead and call up.
Yeah, call him and talk to him. If you got some questions, we're going to be talking to him today about his new project, Synesthesia. Did I say that right?
Yes, synesthesia.
Yes, and it was a very great album. You know, I was getting into it. Of course, that's the reason why you're here.
I appreciate it.
Yes, so excited. So again, it's Tyra Tuesday, as I like to say. So I hope everyone's listening, whether you're streaming with us live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you drop a comment. Let us know you're here so we can circle back and say hello to you, give you some shout outs. Again, make sure you call us at 919-899-9305. Okay, let's get into it. Deuce Tyrell, award-winning
Yes.
producer, artist from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. You from the country like me?
Yeah, originally
Okay.
from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Well, I was born in Tarboro, but I was raised in Rocky Mount. But all of my family and people are from Battleboro, Tarboro, Rocky Mount, and some from Smithfield. So, yeah.
Okay, so can I ask, did you grow up in the church? A lot of artists got their start in the church.
Yes, absolutely. My mother is an evangelist,
Uh-huh.
and my daddy was the opposite.
Okay. Not Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Not
okay.
like a not like a devil worshiper or nothing like
No.
that. But, he definitely was in the streets, but he cleaned it up. For his family, for us, for mom and all of us, and basically, so I was raised with both of them, and I had kind of a good balance of both parts because, growing up with that kind of dynamic in the streets, the neighborhood boys would expect me to be like big and bad because of who my dad was.
Reputation.
Yeah, right. And so I was getting into trouble, a little bit of trouble, but my mom would always keep me, pretty much grounded. She would take me to church, and also she would always put me in every music program, she could, to kind of keep me out of trouble. So that was very helpful because I was into music since I was a literal baby. My first words were a song, and my mom will tell you this, that my first words were me singing New Edition.
Yeah. Which one?
Well, it was Bobby Brown's song, I Need a Girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first thing as a matter of fact, one of my great uncles, he called me that until he passed away. Lord rest his dead, my Uncle Willie. But yeah, he called me girlfriend from when I was 1 year old, whenever I started singing it, until he passed away around 2017. So yeah.
Okay, rest in peace, Uncle. But he knew who you were from a young age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that makes you a lover boy as well.
Certified.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Such is the life of an artist, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's give and take. I mean, you want that love, and I don't know why it's just inherited. A lot of music where it started is love. Only hip hop started kind of visceral, and honestly, that started out with love. Hip hop was the visceral part of hip hop was a reaction to our very harsh reality. It was situations that was created not by people, not by us because we weren't in power, but situations that were created that made us angry, that made us lash out. And when you oppress a people, you get something out of that, and kind of part of what came out of that was hip hop. That's how it started. What they say, hip hop. It started at the park. I know I sound my age right now.
No, we need this in here. Like, teach us.
Yeah, but definitely, a lot of music, and the music I grew up on, it was R&B, of course. I used to look at my auntie, God rest her dead, my auntie Annie. She used to babysit me, and she let me she let me watch Video Soul all day long, and then Video Vibrations, and then by around the time Rap City came on, my mom would come pick me up. But like, I would look at literal videos all day long, and that's probably why my first words were me singing, because I was like, our grandbaby, where music would only only music would soothe me.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the thing. Basically, I've always loved music when I was small, and my mom said when I would be restless while in her belly, and when I first was born, basically, uh, when she played music, she played "I Need Love" by LL Cool J. So she was like, "I knew you was gonna be a rapper." But yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so music has been the first thing you can remember. Obviously, a lot of us aren't able to retain memories from when we're younger, but I love that it's been such a lifestyle for you that you can remember your first song that you sang.
Yeah.
And being in this environment, obviously, of people cultivating you and seeing a gift inside of you. When was that moment that you saw inside of yourself and you were like, this is what I'm going to do?
I don't think there was ever a moment that I didn't know I wanted to be an entertainer. So I can't pinpoint it, but when I said I want to be an artist, I was around 10 years old because my dad always used to get these. My uncles all DJ'd, so I would love they would always do a thing where they start freestyling on the mic. At these cookouts or whatever, we just find any reason. My family I had a very huge family. I have like 90 something cousins.
Oh,
And
me
because
too.
there was 10 babies on my mom's side. And then my grandmother's brother married my grandfather's sister, and they had about 10. So Smith Stokes is huge. Then I got a whole nother side of the family. It's like 7 of them, the Revis family. It's crazy. I got so many cousins out here, it's ridiculous. But we would always find a reason every weekend to cook out.
Hey,
or
you
do
don't
something.
need a reason.
And exactly. And they would
You got time.
and they
we
was
got
all
food.
DJs. Imagine having like 3 or 4 DJ R&Bs just in your family.
Oh yeah, it's
And
always
they-
a party.
And they'll just plug up and we in the country, so ain't nobody calling the police, so we just plug up outside, and whoever in the neighborhood probably come down and get some food. Ain't nobody
yeah, come on,
complaining.
cousin.
So that's pretty much how it was, like, just growing up. And my uncles would always get a little tipsy and freestyle or something, or my Uncle Kurt, shout out to Uncle Kurt, he would, and my Uncle Howard too, they were both like the main DJs. And he would always he was the first person to let me rap something on the mic. And the first thing I rapped was Coolio's Gangsta Paradise, because I knew it by heart, right? And then, like, people would, like, they didn't know what song it was, so they were just like, you did a good job. So that kind of, like, galvanized me. I was like, yeah. So I started writing, like, my own raps. And and I would do those. Like, I would wait till every time there was a party or something, and I would get on the mic and start rapping the raps. And that's literally how it all started. I would write a rap, go to a cookout, and spit it on the mic. And that's how it kind of started. And that sooner or later, I had the courage to, like, start doing these at school. And I got my boots smoked a couple times by some of, like, in high school. I got killed by some guys. But I went home and kept writing. And I came back and I took that throne back. You feel me? I got my face back by the end of, like, some of them were seniors, so I never got my lick back. But we
Call 'em
always
up.
have a mutual
We'll set something
respect.
out.
No, I mean, even those guys, like, I remember who they are. I know them. Like, I know a couple of them. My man Price. We have a mutual respect. Like, we cool. Like, all of us. I've ended up doing songs with those guys because it wasn't like a beef thing. It was hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was battling. But yeah, they tore me a new one. But I learned from it. And that's how the best hip hop should go. It should be like all in good sport, and it's a sport. It's love.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, long story short, 10 years
we got
old.
time. You got an hour.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
you got. This is about you.
Yeah. 10
Yeah,
years
it's
old.
about you.
10 years old is when I knew I wanted to rap. But I've been making beats since I was 4.
Nice.
Because my grandma gave me a nice little Casio keyboard, and I would always remember the chord progressions. Like, you press one button, and then I would remember what order, which keys to play to make a specific song. And then, I started doing beats for real, like when I was like 10 as well. But we didn't have a way to record it, so my homeboy would record. It's like we had 2 radios that had 2 different tapes, and we recorded back and forth and back and forth. So I record this first, and then I play that back, and then record the bass over it, and then play that back, and it was a very complicated process. But then in the end, after that, then I put my vocals on it the same way. So it was
You had to figure it out.
yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was crazy. I'm dating myself too, because I'm talking about recording the tapes, and my first demo was on like a reel to reel.
What's that?
See, yeah. It's like a big spool. Imagine how you have you seen the movies where you see the film roll? It's like that, but for like audio.
Okay. See, but that's the thing. You started where you needed to start, and now you can pretty much work anything that's given to you.
Yeah, you can do that stuff on your phone now.
Yeah. So it makes it a lot easier for you to be who you are, which is a dope producer and artist. So
Absolutely.
let's talk about the start of that. I see, because I have to chat GPT, just make sure I got my facts straight, because I'm a journalist first.
All good.
Okay. So I see here that you moved to Atlanta to attend the Art Institute. And what was your time like there? I think that's pretty cool that you actually went to school for something that most would consider a passion, but you got studies in it.
So yeah, I got my first degree at Elizabeth City State University. Shout out to ECSU.
Hey, y'all.
After that, I got out. I had a communication degree. I actually went there for the music industry studies. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know who runs that program now, but the lady who was running it then did not like rappers.
What?
Like, she did not. She straight up lied to me, a lot of us, not just me. It's like a gang of us who were rappers who ended up being communications guys, because she pretty much said, if you don't know how to read music, and if you're not planning on being in the choir or in the band, then there's no reason for you to be here.
What?
Basically,
Now
if
she
you're not trying to learn,
pigeonholed you.
yeah, she did me super dirty. She did. It wasn't just me though. It was a lot of guys that I knew that I found out. They said that's how they ended up. But it was fine, because it was more like a fast track to using what we wanted to do anyway, which was use the equipment. It was like being a communications major, like, because we had to do radio drops all the time. We had to do editing, like sound and all this stuff, being technical guys. Because I worked on a radio for the first 2 years probably in my major in Elizabeth City. And then I switched to television, and I was just doing the editing for like the homecomings and stuff like that. So homecoming 05, 06, probably 07. You'll probably, if you go watch them DVDs, I definitely edited them. You might see my name in the credits. You might not. I mean, sometimes it was me and somebody else. It was a team of us, but definitely I was doing all that stuff back then. And that kind of is what primed me to learn how to record. When I got out of school, I had an internship at my last semester. I had an internship at home, and I started. It was with a guy. It's neither here nor there. But anyways, I had an internship at home, and I didn't have nothing to do for the rest of the day, because all I had to do was meet with this guy once a week, and he would give me my entire. Basically, it was an easy A, because all he wanted me to do was like just edit some stuff for him, or come shoot something for him, and he edited it himself, or he have his other guy who been doing it for him for 20 years do it, and he was a preacher, so that was easy. I got my A. I graduated. This is Summa. Summa is 3.5 and above, right?
I don't know. I didn't make it that far.
I don't know. So, I'm sorry.
Hey, I was just trying to get out.
I graduated summa cum laude, I think. And but I never got my chords. I'm looking at you, Elizabeth City. I didn't find out this until I didn't find this out until I actually went to the Art Institute that I had graduated with 3.55, because I definitely should have got chords for that.
Tell them to run you your course, man.
Yeah, I am, because I'm about to re-enroll. I'm about to get some further education, but that's
Okay, congrats.
that's something else. Well, I appreciate it. Don't congratulate me now. Wait until I
get
accepted into the program.
You will.
But now I appreciate that. So yeah, I then went to I went into work like everybody else in George Bush's economy, and basically ended up moving around. Moved to Winston-Salem. Ended up moving back from there to Raleigh, And the day that I moved to Raleigh, I actually met Matthew Knowles at this music conference.
Really?
And my cousin Jay Manifest, she was my mentor at the time. I mean, he never stopped being my mentor, but it's my cousin. So, but we don't talk as much as we used to. But he's super busy. But basically, I started doing music out here in the scene, but a lot of the people were so much more advanced, and I was using like Cool Edit because that's from like radio, for like drops and stuff. So I wanted to learn how to actually do it, and a lot of the comments I would get would be, this would be good if it was mastered, it would be good if it was mixed, like it got a lot of potential. And after hearing that a couple times, like I don't know, man, I feel like it's alignment in God, because my roommate at the time, JB, he was like, hey man, I'm going to Atlanta. I just got offered this dope job, like, and it's at the Artist Institute. He was working at the Artist Institute here. He was like, I'm going down there, and he invited me up there one weekend, and he showed me the school and stuff. I was like, bro, why don't I go to school up here? And he was like, well, it's tricky because basically his job, they don't like when the people know each other, kind of. And I was like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Just
interest, right?
Show me to somebody. I'm not gonna live with you or nothing like that. So basically, after visiting for a weekend, I made the choice to quit my job, throw it all. I mean, I didn't feel like I had anything that was holding me here. I have no children, nothing. So I said, ain't nothing holding me here. I'm young. I'm in my 20s. This is now or never. So I went down. I basically gave up everything here, my car, my job, went down there, took the train everywhere. I was technically homeless for the entire time, but I never not had a place to stay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't have a place to call my own. I didn't have a key to get in my own houses or anything. I was living with people, bouncing from couch to couch. But I went down there and I did my thing, and I had the only person that I could recall with a 4.1 GPA at the Art Institute, to the point that because I still was advanced. A lot of those kids were actual freshmen, and they had no idea of doing nothing. I still already had a basic understanding of how to use DAWs. Because mind you, when I got out of college from 2005 to 2012, that's like 4 years of actually recording people still. So I still knew the basics of mixing and mastering a little bit. I hadn't had it perfected to nowhere near where I am now. And definitely not to a place where it was consistent. So it was a good experience. I loved Atlanta. I loved the city. I really hated leaving. I felt defeated when I came back, because I just couldn't keep a job down there. I mean, my one little HBCU degree versus these people out there who are local. They know people, and then people coming from Howard University and all these other more prestigious universities. I just didn't feel like I could compete. I'll never downplay my degree anymore, but at the time, that's just what it felt like. It felt like I was like outnumbered and outmatched by people who had way more prestigious degrees, especially in terms of trying to just get in the door at any job. I wasn't necessarily, I didn't have to work in my major, but I wanted to,
right?
but yeah, I wanted to, but it was like I don't have to at this point. I'll just do anything. But I wasn't getting any traction, and it was like almost 2 years. It was 2 years actually, because I went down there. Yeah, so I came back in 2014. So yeah, it was 2 years, and I was just like, man. One weekend I came home, applied for some random job, and I got it. So I was like, well, I can stay up here and be broke and homeless, or I can move back to home and try to like work my way up to maybe moving back. But I never ended up moving back. But I love Atlanta. I love the city. Great place to visit. It was even a great place to live. Like, you don't have to have money to live down there. There's a lot of stuff that you can do that is fun, or at least it was in the early aughts. I mean, the early 10s, whatever. But yeah, I definitely love Atlanta. Like, it's my second home. When I go down there and I drive, I still know the roads like I never moved, which is crazy, because when I go to Rocky Mount, I need GPS. And I live in Durham and I need GPS.
Yeah, I still use my GPS to get around, so don't feel bad. Like today, I was like, I think I know the way to the radio station by now.
Yeah.
I should be okay. Well, yeah, you touched on a lot of things. I wanted to ask you, like how you got back to Raleigh. You gave me that, so I don't have to talk to you about that.
Sorry.
But I do. No
long-winded.
apologies. This is the TyraLen show, but
Okay.
it's your hour.
Got
This is about you. So tell us everything. You know, we're here to get to know you and learn you, because the music you create and the way you put yourself into your art and the way you collaborate with a lot of people, it obviously shows that you have had some experiences that have made you better and made you great. So, since you're here, how do you feel about your time here in Raleigh and your presence on the music scene? How has that helped you?
I feel like it's been great. Everybody that I've worked with, I've grown from. Initially, it just I don't want to say before the yes I do. I want to be diplomatic and I want to be politically correct, if that makes sense. Which I hate.
You can, but you don't.
I
want to.
hate Raleigh music politics. Honestly, it's so weird. But what I'll say is this: the first time in the early 10s, it felt like a boys' club that I couldn't get in. But upon returning, and just the way things happen, I felt like we forged our own like path, and that's why I always have love for and kind of loyalty to DJ R&B, because like it started from karaoke. It started from karaoke. It started from a bunch of artists who couldn't get into these, like a lot of these open mics and stuff, or weren't prioritized or weren't focused on. We were really dope, but we maybe didn't have the money to skip line like a lot of people did, or the money to, you know, have these DJs and all this other stuff. Like we didn't have the capital, and let's just be honest, we ain't had dope money, bro.
Yeah.
Like we was working
You know,
regular
it's
jobs,
yeah.
paying rent. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't have dope money. We out here Ubering and trying to like, you know, just keep up.
Make it.
Or we in a job, like I was in a corporate job for 7 years where I didn't have time. Like
Yeah.
the schedule wasn't, and my whole life was that job. Like you can't take your eye off of the ball because it's so weird. And then the pandemic hit and they just let us go. Like not everybody, they let a lot of us go though. And you know who was first.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, and not just no. Yeah, yes it
Say
was.
it.
Yes it
Say
was.
it.
Yes it was. Yes
Yeah.
it was. Because it's a lot of.
It's a
you know,
lot.
Just
Mhm.
it's
the
a
same
lot.
thing that's happening now.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing that's happening now. They did their early, they got a head start on the DEI firings, but what what I'll say is what I will say is it here what we've done, the people I've worked with, I love to death. I always will, bro. I love. And I'm just gonna talk about who I'm talking about. The Four Phones, and I'm not just talking about just the originals. They definitely boosted. We all helped each other, but also like even the collective as it is, like everybody who's come and gone within the collective. Albeit Tia, that's like me and Tia met each other at R&B's karaoke, and that's how like we connected. And it took 6 months for me to even get her in the studio because she just thought like. She just didn't want to, I don't know, for whatever reason.
Yeah, and look, thank you for getting her in there. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, man, she's immensely talented, and that's where it started. And we over 2 years, I think we did an album. And then she said, okay, I'm going to perform it. I said, the whole album? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then an EP. So she went and did it. And what became of that is she was the first signed artist of Four Phones.
Yeah.
And like immediately got like a contract leaving that event. And then when she did her album release, they was like, so you the one who did the beats? You the one who recorded her and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. Now, R&B knew me from Mir I Am's shows. Shout out to Mir I Am too. R&B knew me from Mir I Am shows, and basically she was he was like he always remembered Right One when I did it the first time. That's how old that song is. But
he always remembered me, and he would always let me do that song at karaoke. So he was like, "Oh, you the one, like, you do that too?" I was like, "You produce Tia's album too?" He's like, "Man, bro, you good." Like, and they was like, "Man, I'm jaded, right? Because I'm definitely an old man now, but I felt like an old man then, and I'm jaded, so I don't believe nothing nobody tell me. So they just kept saying, "Man, we need you on the team. Like, we want you to record. We got 3 other artists too. We need you to record them. We gonna build you a studio." And I was like, "Sure, guy."
Yeah, sounds great.
And then they did it, and I ended up doing 10 albums. 10, I mean, including mine, but I did 3 for Tia. 3 for Tia, 2 for Sitch, 1 for 9 Hours, Rome's album, Alicia's album, and I think 3 for me too. So it was a bunch. I'm probably missing 1 or 2 in there, and I did a bunch of singles as well. So like just seeing them perform and being like, it's weird watching me, and it's probably weird watching me in a crowd because the way that I do what you got, people probably think it's pretentious, like I'm trying to let everybody know what it is, but it's like, it's just exciting seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from a place where people, bruh, just haters, bro. Like, for real, it be like haters. Like, it don't be like no reason to feel the way that people be feeling, but they just be like that. You know what I'm saying? Or what people have tried to play my face. Where a DJ told me 3 times that they did not have my song, even though I had it on flash drive. I emailed it to them, and I had it on the CD at the time. Like, that kind of stuff, like, embarrassing. I had people show up for me, and then they had whoever the city's favorite, the Dope Boys. This is Rocky Mount. They get to perform. Oh, wow. I ain't even get a section. It was my birthday. That's crazy. I'll never forget that. And that's why I say I'll never do anything else, like, around that area. Like, I'll never do any, like, business.
No, they'll be calling you back.
I'm
they'll be
good.
like, "Cuz,
They can call, "Hey, I love y'all.
back."
I love y'all, but I'm good. I'm good. If it ain't my family, my actual blood family, your name ain't Smith, Stokes, Revis, I'm good on you." Like,
And it's a lot of them.
And it's a lot of them, but yeah, I'm good on you. I do anything for anybody in those families, but like, I ain't trying to do no parties with you. I ain't trying to do none of that stuff. I'm cool. It ain't no beef. It ain't no thing. I'm just I remember how people treated me, and it's not me holding a grudge, but it's like, you was grown and you did it on purpose.
You just want to feel safe in your connections, right?
Absolutely.
You
and
want to feel that.
I want to work with people who solid.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to take the time, create an atmosphere of safety. We're going to listen to your song Safer.
Oh, yeah.
Off your new album.
Yeah, featuring Oko. Shout out Oko.
Yeah.
Afrobeats artist from Charlotte. He's originally from Nigeria. Okay, he's originally from Nigeria. I actually met him through my girlfriend. She danced on one of his shows. So
nice.
Yeah, he's a dope Afrobeats artist. But yeah, shout out to Oko the Great.
Okay, let's check out Safer by Deuce Tyrell and Oko the Great.
Yep.
Lady, come, my baby, you're my butterfly. No real girl, she's still curving these other guys like real girls. I'm trying to curry you up a notch, swirling your butterscotch. Never been the type that can save her, I won't chase her, but I could be the type that can savor your whole flavor. I had a reputation of a player like gold Lakers. I give her high stakes, no wages. Baby, run into my arms, try and receive her. jeans hard, they was falling. I wasn't trying to catch these bras. If they ever got attached, gotta hack things off. Now how love is the law, like Maxine Shaw. So cut all of the acting. Shame upon the days when I thought it was a Mac team. Every time I crack sheets, wet as water rafting. Ain't no date nights, we can fly it in the bat wing. Yeah. Baby, riding to my house, right here is safer. Girl, I'll hold you down, let me get this paper. Riding to my house, right here is safer. Girl, I'll hold you down, let me get this paper. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you. Baby, riding to my house, right here is safer. Girl, I'll hold you down, let me get this paper. Riding to my house, right here is safer. Girl, I'll hold you down, let me get this paper. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you, 'cause you know I always got you. Never hurt you. Baby.
Having discovered a way to utilize anesthesia, individuals have shown remarkable resilience in overcoming their traumas. This unique perception allows them to find closure and enables them to pursue love, happiness, and their true purpose in life. As they achieve fulfillment, these individuals are empowered to share their experiences, bringing light and color to the lives of those around them. We will then emerge grateful.
Yes, that was Safer by Deuce Tyrell and Oko the Great.
Oko the Great, yeah.
Off his new album, Synesthesia. Let me put on my glasses. Ooh, child.
Oh, yeah, you got that.
Yes, because we're about to dive into the album.
Glasses. Okay, cool.
Now, granted, this is what it looks like when I'm under the influence.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I have a very specific. Hopefully, you are. We'll talk about it.
What? No, we'll talk about
Hopefully,
it.
you're available Saturday, cause.
Oh yes. Oh, you want to go ahead and tell us about that? What's going on Saturday?
Okay, so Saturday is the official. It's three things. It's a brunch. It's a birthday bash for me and all the Pisces, Sitch, and everybody. It's a brunch. It's a birthday bash, and it's also my official record release party. Now we're doing more. I'm gonna have the live band there. It's gonna be great eats for Four Brothers Barbecue. Me, Wiseman Entertainment, Tadao. We put the whole thing together. I've been working on this event for 3 years, and like trying to put it together since 2022. I just needed the right time, and I needed the right project also to push it. So we're working on the album and everything. Now we're doing more than just my album. I'm not just gonna go there and just beat people over the head. DJ R&B is gonna be on ones and twos. Definitely. Do people still say that on the ones and twos?
Yeah. The ones and the twos.
Okay, cool. Yeah, DJ R&B is gonna be there. Definitely. Getting a party vibe going. Me, the band, we got 2 sets. Got Coach Nutella actually leading the dancers. It's gonna be a whole vibe, man. It's gonna be really, really good.
So tell people exactly where to go.
So that's going to be. Now, go on Eventbrite and get the tickets. Now, look for Beats and Mimosas. All right, but 1620 Glenwood Avenue. This is on Saturday, March 15th, 2025, from 1 to 4. It is a day party. So I hit somebody up and they was like, "Oh, I don't be driving at night." I'm like, "Me either." I'm not driving at night. I know my people. So you know what I'm saying. I know my target audience. So yeah, I'm always about the day parties, and I know it's a vibe, and then you can still do stuff. Your whole day is not ruined, even if you get towed up at the day party.
Yeah, you can sleep and then get up and do something.
I got so towed up at the day party a couple years ago that I was supposed to go to Charlotte. And I fell asleep after the day party and woke up mad because I thought folks had left me to go to Charlotte because it was 7 o'clock. And I'm thinking it's 7 in the morning. I'm like, why ain't nobody call me? They're like, D.
You slept way too good.
They said D. It's 7 at night and it's dark outside. My birthday's before daylight saving time, so I'm like, oh. So
Say
anyways,
it's about
yeah.
me. Okay, y'all. So make sure y'all, and the link is in your bio. They can find this on your social media as well.
Yes, absolutely. They can find it on my bio. The link for the album is in my bio, but the link for the party is literally everywhere. If you've missed it, you've been ignoring me on purpose. Like you've been avoiding me.
Don't act like that.
I've been spamming. I don't care. Like
No, you have
I've been
to
spamming
push
it up
it.
because I'm probably gonna put it in this
Please do.
chat too.
That's the only way
But
people can
yeah,
see. They be like, I missed it. No, you
definitely
didn't.
on Eventbrite, it's Beats and Mimosas. You'll see it. It's green and gold. It got a dark skinned AI lady up there. Everything. But shout out to Wiseman Entertainment. Shout out to to Dow. Shout out to the Loop, which is my original home. Like the last time me and Ice Wiseman did a party there. That was my first concert. It wasn't the last time, but the first time we did the party together, it was at the same place. It was called Proof back then. But it's upgraded, revamped. It looks like a completely different place. I'm excited to even be performing here. So, but yeah, definitely Saturday, pop out, get your tickets now.
Yeah, get your tickets.
Get your tickets now. Go ahead and get your tickets. They are selling out. We put the
I'm on the list.
RSVPs.
I need to get my ticket.
We put the RSVPs up this morning. And they're already all gone. So yeah.
So how am I get there? I'm not gonna do it real loud.
Not gonna do it real loud.
And be like, let me in.
Nah,
let me in.
you can still. I mean, you can still get the tickets, and they got tickets where you can purchase the food and stuff up front as well. The menu is amazing. Four Brothers Barbecue. I know those brothers, and they're really, really good, man. And it's gonna be like all the good stuff, and it's not just like pork and stuff. We got options for the people who want options.
Okay.
So you want some good shrimp and grits, some good chicken and
I
waffles.
always want some shrimp
good,
and grits.
The fruits and man, it's gonna be crazy. And they got wings.
Oh, you know I love me some wings.
I love wings. That's the first thing I asked. I said, "Is they gonna have wings too?" Yeah.
Of course, it's
They
your
definitely got
birthday. You
wings.
can eat
Yeah.
what you
It's
want
my birthday,
to.
and I only turned my age once. I'm not gonna
Yes.
say what age.
You don't have to tell us. We just gonna
But
be
yeah.
there to celebrate.
It's my birthday, so please pop out, pull up on me. But yeah, pull up on me.
Okay, make sure you guys follow that link, get those tickets so you can check out Deuce Tyrell, celebrate his birthday, celebrate his new project, Synesthesia, and that's what we're going to actually get into right now. So let's start. Where did this project come from? What's the birth date? What's the birth story of Synesthesia?
So I'm always, I would say, have conversations with people, and they would, I would say something about it, and I'd say something like, "Don't this sound green?" And they'll be like, "Huh?" Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, "This don't sound like green to you?" And they'll be like, "What are you talking about? How can something sound green?" Like, bruh. So they call me names. Like they would say I'm weird. Like more than weird. It was way meaner than weird. But I just stopped talking to people about it after a while, because I used to say it when I was little too. But then I grew up and I realized that, I still see colors. I've been saying it for a while. If you look at like even my bios back from 2020 and beyond, I've been saying, I see sound, but I wouldn't say like how I see it, but I can literally see it. And it every single color, a specific sounds or chords or stuff, they radiates a specific color. Now, I'm not a woman, so I don't be knowing all the little in-between colors.
Like fuchsia.
I know fuchsia.
Lavender.
To be honest. Lavender. I know, I know those colors, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with lavender because of my frat, any shade of purple.
Okay.
But I've always seen colors. And then I saw I started working on the album, and I looked up what it was called, and it was called Synesthesia. It's a couple names for it actually, but Synesthesia, Technicolor was another name for it, but Synesthesia was the best name I think that I went ahead and rolled with. And then I said something to someone about it. They was like, "Oh, like Pharrell." They was like, "You saw the Pharrell movie?" I'm like, "No." So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I don't know what they're talking about. So then I see that Pharrell just put out a Lego movie, like a biopic. And that's kind of like confirmation for me, because it's one of my biggest influence, like him and Timberland. Like, they're like some of my biggest influences. So I'm like, oh man, so you know, if one of mine like heroes, like I don't like having heroes because eventually some always come out
Yeah.
about them, right? Especially if they black.
Influences.
But one of my biggest influences, if they experience the same thing I'm experiencing, I'm like, man, you know, that I'm on to something. That's like confirmation. So basically, I got more into it, and that's pretty much what it was. Like it kind of it's some stuff happened in between, you know, to make me kind of up, because I had the first version of the album. It wasn't done, and then somebody made me mad, and
What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. So me and Richie, we were working on the album. We were working on Technicolor Dream, I think, right? And basically, we went outside for a recreational break outside of the studio. So we went out back, and this older gentleman was using a fire pit. And we were like, oh, he was just out there chilling with his lady or whatever. And we was like, oh, yeah. He was like, my daughter, she does music. So he played her music. It was good. And then Richie started playing his music. And then he was eventually, Richie was hyping me up like, yo, play some of your stuff, man. Play. I'm like, I really don't want to. But because it's niche, you know what I mean? And it's a, I have themes to my albums and my projects. So some of his stuff, it don't really, if you don't get the project, you won't get it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to play anything because I didn't really have any singles, and Right One is no longer on streaming, not the original version anyways. And that's everybody's favorite song, right? So it's like, I was like, nah, I don't want to. Then it was like, nah, he insisted. So then I started playing stuff, and he was like, okay, what else you got? Like, that's right.
Like, who you talking to?
I said, huh? I'm like, hold on, man.
No.
I'm about to like go home and get my award real fast, but it took what he said was, and it stuck with me. He said, it feels like you're taking a half measure. Like you got so much potential in there, but you're just okay with what this is, and you're not going you're not going big, you're not going all the way. So that actually inspired it. Well, it actually made me mad. I called him a hater about 5-6 times in my head. Like, I didn't call him a hater to his face. I felt like he was a hater though, and I definitely said, man, that man was hating on me. He said it was mid, didn't it? And but then I went back in there, and I did go bigger. Like, I took the intro from what it was. It didn't have Sitch on it. It was just very very short. It had a little rap on it, and it ended halfway point of where it ends now. And the same thing happened like with Think Larger, came from that, because he said think larger, and I was like, think big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said, don't take no half measures, you gotta think big. And I originally, don't kill me, Sitch, I originally made that beat. I started making that beat for Sitch.
And you took it
because
for yourself.
because it was in the vein of like that, you know, EDM kind of thing. But then I just started feeling it, and I just put like this monotone, like robotic, back in the lab with a lecture, back in the lab. Like, I did it so lackadaisical, and like kind of built up on it. And as the song just kept building and building, I was just like, oh no, this mine.
Hey, some things you have to, you can't just give everything away, especially, you know, like, you got to eat too.
Yeah.
And Sitch had a great project, so I'm sure he, you know, there's enough for everybody.
Yeah, Sitch had a great project, and I mean, we was doing those two albums at the same time together. We dropped a week apart too. We did it on purpose because I dropped on my birthday and he dropped on
his birthday. Yeah.
So like we did that. That was very. If you look through the credits, I'm all over his. If you look through the credits, he's all over. He's on like probably 3 or 4 songs. I think it's one song that it didn't credit him to, but he's like he got BG vocals, engineering, and all kind of stuff all over my album too. So shout out to Sitch, man. That's my little brother.
I do want to hit on that because you were speaking about Four Phones Collective, and how you kind of like found your community, how you're all over everyone's project and your sound just travels and changes and everyone comes to you for advice. I see that you actually only have one song on your album where you were alone.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
So no, because that's the first song I did, and that was right at oh man. I don't want to talk about it in that light. There was a point in time in 2023, I think, where everybody's contracts were up and they mutually made decisions that these people are not coming back and these people are. So Nashville Road was the first thing I did, like when right after everybody left, because they was like, well, we gonna need an album. And I was like, okay. And now I gotta do this by myself, and it's cool, but I've been so used to all the pockets that I was not able to do the stuff I want to do but can't do. Like, I want to do pop music, but I can't sing like Sitch. You know what I mean? But Sitch sings like Sitch. Perfect. I want to do neo soul, but I can't do that. Guess who does? Tia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. So they kind of feel those pockets. They like, I was living vicariously through them, and now I have to channel this on myself. And the first thing I know, the only thing I kind of knew how to do, like, at that point was just like kind of like Nashville Road. But then, like, I started thinking about it more and more, and I'm like, I still want to give everyone a platform, and I want to show everyone that it's all love, no matter how they felt about. It's not us versus. It's never a us versus them type thing. Like, these people are my family still, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I still was working with the people I wanted to work with. Dr. Dre's never going to stop working with Snoop Dogg. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. And I wanted that to happen, and I wanted them to actually still shine because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Tia has the highest streaming of anybody that was ever in the collective. But I wanted to make sure that this album also had as much exposure as everybody, because I got fans that they don't have, and vice versa. So and the third thing about that is, this is what the old man said. He was like, well, I'm hearing a lot of you, which the first thing I was like, what do you even mean by I'm hearing a lot of you? It's my song. Like, but I guess what he was trying to say is I was stretching myself. A lot of stuff I used to do a lot more sing. I don't sing a lot on this album. I can sing, but I don't sing a lot on this album because, like, when the man said that, it's like a lot of people has told me too. In the past, they were like, "Yeah, you should have sold Right One," and I'm like, "What you mean? That's my biggest song." But I guess their point was, if somebody who could sing got it, they might have taken off further than what it did. But this song also earned me the most money I've ever gotten off a royalty check. So
there's always these like little nuances. It's like you really can't go wrong. You find out that you just kind of, sometimes you work better with others. Yeah. And you also have that time for yourself to create and make what you want. Yeah. So I really love that aspect of your album. I was like, he's only on here by himself once. But the mixes, and you could tell that you guys came together, and it's still a lot of you in it. It's still a lot of you in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm still like all over it. It's just I definitely wanted to it to be a collaborative. I look at it like The Chronic. That's how I looked at it, you know, like The Chronic. Like, I want there to be multiple voices on it, and then too, like, that's good for shows too, because any of these songs really, I feel like the majority of them can be singles. They have single potential. And, you know, now if I perform it, I literally can bring somebody else and their fans too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that. And then too, there's a lot of people I hadn't worked with before that I wanted to, like, shout out to Icy the Boss. Shout out to Crown Chaz. Definitely been trying to work with Crown Chaz like really 2-3 years. And
we have to shout out Davon too, because
shout out to Dave.
He's
Davon,
on a few songs.
Davon is on a couple songs. Yeah. He's like, I won't say he executive producer, but me and Davon, like, we send each other like our songs, like, just in general. Like, that's how we do it. So definitely shout out to Davon. I've been wanting to work. We were supposed to do an album together. We probably still will.
I'm sure.
We still got some jams in the tuck, like, that ain't nobody heard yet. But it's, yeah, me and Davon definitely got something coming up. But yeah, that's my phone's brother, as well as Richie Nelson. I hadn't worked with him.
Yeah, shout out to Richie.
Shout out to Richie. I'm trying to go off the top of my head. Oko, I definitely like.
I got you. You want me to shout everybody out?
Oh no, I'm trying to go off the top, because of course, Sitch, and then the rest is like the original phones, man. RET, RET of Rome. Like these are the usual suspects, but just the newer people. That's who I was like, trying to make sure. Shout out to Prince Divine. Shout out to Lena.
Yeah.
And new up and coming artist, Ayo Sorry. She's dope.
Yeah, she's great.
Super dope. She did a poem up there. As well too, but she can also rap, and I mean she can rap, and she can meet you wherever you at. She can get on some boom bap stuff and freestyle, or she can also drop one of them like real ratchet, like
versatility.
Like she's versatile, bro. She's like that, and she was working with me for a while too. So shout out to like just everybody who came together on the artist, and shout out to Matthew Evans.
Yeah,
that's my frat brother. He is he like famous. Like he does these covers for like these sitcoms. Like he'll do like the sitcom covers, and like the actual people who was in them like reposted. Like Jamie Foxx and Rachel True has reposted them, and some other people too. Like cause he did one for Half and Half, and he did one for One on One. He did one for the Jamie Foxx show. Like he's dope. He's like that. So shout out to everybody that's on the album, man.
Yeah.
It really it was really good. I don't think I forgot anybody.
and if you did, charge it to your head,
charge
not
it
your
to
heart.
my head, not my heart.
Yeah, because it was a beautiful collaborative effort. Let's make sure people know where to go to hear this album and everything else you got coming up. I hate that we don't have more time. We need more time.
Oh wow, I'm almost over. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's on everywhere. The YouTube, it's on YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal. It's everywhere. So anywhere where you stream, any streaming platform is actually up there. It won't even add it to YouTube unless you have a certain amount of things. And I come bearing gifts too. To the first 25 people who actually buy the tickets, you're gonna get swag bags.
Hey.
So basically, now these are for the purchase tickets. Okay. But basically, you're gonna get the swag bags for the first 25 people, and it's gonna have some goodies in there for you, some merch and some other stuff. And one of them's gonna be this keychain, this Think Larger keychain. I'm gonna leave it with you.
For me, I love gifts.
Absolutely.
I love gifts.
Thank basically, you. You're very welcome. And these also have a QR code where you can scan. And it takes you to the album.
And this is my motto too. Think larger.
Think larger.
We played that song when we first came on. Think larger. With that sample, you gotta think. You think you're small. You need to think big. Yeah, and it was very something you could listen to in the morning and get up off your butt.
Yes.
Okay. We need more affirmational songs like that.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, it's on Amazon too. Thank you,
yes.
my friend Ebony.
Get it everywhere.
She told me, it's on Amazon too. I didn't even know it was on Amazon yet. But yeah, it's out here. It's everywhere.
Okay. So everybody, y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets for, was it Beats and Mimosas?
Beats and Mimosas.
On Saturday.
Go get them tickets.
Make sure you follow Deuce
at Deuce Tyrell everywhere. That's DEUCE TYRELL.
Okay, make sure you follow him on all social media platforms. Get your tickets and listen to this new album. It's really dope. We're actually going to go out with one of my favorite songs on the album. I already dubbed it one of my favorite songs. And it's on our playlist, our RDU Live playlist. So Get to Know You featuring J Bell.
Yep, J Bell and Davon.
Yep, so it's one of my favorites. So Deuce, I truly thank you for spending this hour with me. I wish I had more time because I know you have a lot more to say, and I have a lot more I want to know. No, it's okay. It's okay. That's why we need 2 hours, because I'm tired of talking too much. So, we have that problem there. So thank you again for staying with me today. Absolutely. Everyone who's listening, thank you for staying with us. And of course, we'll see you next Tuesday. I'll be with the Alicia Marie, the beautiful Alicia Marie. So make sure you check us out. And we're off. Bye.
All right.
To the heart, I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back into the car. On the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Ooh, I can get enough. You know you could tear me apart. Put me back together and take my